guys, it's me, Mouse here. I've got a bit of a shorter video for today, so let's just jump right into it. It was a normal afternoon, and like most days, I was heating up a nice bowl of soup, my beloved. Sadly, my attention span can't even last 5 seconds, so I pick up some matches and start lighting them, because that's a totally normal way for a child to spend their time. I pick up a match and lightly strike it against the box. This one was being rather frustrating and took me like 5 tries before it finally lit up. I held it in my hand for a bit, embracing its beauty. And I'm pretty sure it gained sentience because it immediately jumped out of my hands and fell right behind the stove. So great! I've just dropped fire down an electrical machine in a place that I can't reach. And what did I do next? Let's see if you can guess. Did I A, get a parent to help, B, get the fire extinguisher, or C, call 911? If you guessed A or B, your answer is incorrect. And if you guessed C, you're also wrong. Want to know what I did? I poured water down the stove. The electrical stove. Yeah. Mind you, this wasn't too long ago. I wasn't a baby, so I knew that water plus electricity equals, well, nothing good. So yeah, I just poured a good 5 glasses of water down the stove. Thing is, I start to hear this noise, and I notice a really bad smell. You would think this would be the time that I would get my mom to come check out the damage, but nope. I open the latch at the bottom and start fishing my hand into the electrical disaster looking for the match. Besides the 5 peaceful bugs that I've officially drowned, I find the end of the match, which wasn't very helpful since it told me squat about whether the fire was still going. The smell started to get noticeably worse, and the noise that I assumed was fire was getting much louder. That's when the worst of realizations happened. I pulled out the tip of the match. It was out. So, what was that noise? I put my head directly to the floor to look behind the stove, and I soon realized that I poured water directly on the stove's outlet. I am nowhere near an electrical genius, obviously, so I was already predicting an explosion, or worse. That's when I finally gave up on trying to do it on my own, and reluctantly called out to my mom for help. She came out of her office peacefully, but soon noticed the disaster and investigated the issue. She pulled back the stove, which was magical to me, since I had no clue it could do that, and just kinda unplugs it. We just had a moment of silence before deciding to kinda put a fan over it and let it dry out for a couple days. And that actually seemed to work pretty well. So, end of story, right? Well, not yet. I would just like to do a quick recap of some things. First of all, the stove can move. It isn't permanently stuck in the ground. Who knew? If I just moved it out of the way, then all of this could have been avoided. On another note, there probably wasn't even a fire. It was a very long fall, and realistically, the match most likely went out once it hit the ground. So, did I almost set the house on fire? Debatable, but I guess it just runs in the family. But that story will have to wait for another time. That'll be all, fellow YouTube travelers. I hope to see you again soon.